Hello again everyone, thank you for joining me, I hope you're all well. Okay, so back in Euro Truck Simulator 2, and yeah, I've taken a job already, so it was pairs I think, and we're going to be running a little bit late because we're absolutely knackered. So we need to add 11 hours onto that, which, yeah, might be a little bit of a struggle, mightn't it? So let's just, yeah, drive as quick as possible and, yeah, see what we can do. We might be able to make some time up. But yeah, we're going to be sleeping. Well, we're going to be sleepy. Hopefully we won't be sleeping. We'll be sleepy all the way there. So the view's going to kind of fade out every now and then. But we'll try and get a little bit of the way there. Then we'll sleep and see whether we can make it. If not though, I'll just take the little fine that we get for being late. Anyway, yeah, I hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a good one. Oh, signalling at this corner again.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay. So 1802, it reckons we'll get there. So
right.
Let's see whether we can get that under 6 o'clock. I used to hate my GPS because I'd be driving along and obviously the TomTom that I had that was provided by my employers had all traffic and all that kind of stuff. So you'd be driving along and you'd look at it and you'd think, excellent, so I'm going to get there and then there's a place there that I can park up and have my 45. You'd be checking your tacho time and all that. And then you'd have another look at it a couple of minutes later and the time would have gone up so much. Because obviously, yeah, sometimes in a car, if there's an accident on the motorway or whatever, usually there's a way round it, isn't there? Like, you might be driving down some really crap roads and through like villages and stuff, but usually there's a solution. But sometimes in a lorry there just isn't, without adding, yeah, like maybe 30 miles onto your journey or whatever. And yeah, it was stressful. But obviously, yeah, someone was having a much worse day than you. Little i3, God, I want one so much. I'd love it. So one of my friends has had one for probably coming up to 2 years now. And yeah, she's still like excited to drive it and everything, and doesn't listen to music or anything because she still really likes the sound of it.
Turn right.
Because it sounds like a UFO or something. But yeah, I know how good the speakers are in it. I'd be loving life. Maybe one day I'll get one when they're about 40 years old and the range will be about 10 miles. Blow all my money on it. Right, come on mate, you're really not helping our situation here, are you? Oh, they're Turkish, I feel bad now. I like Turkish. Yeah, one of the places I want to retire. Or maybe even just move.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Okay, phone's going mad. I know I just cut someone up.
Exit now.
But we're in a hurry. Yeah, why is my phone going mad? I think I've just got about 40 notifications come through at once.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Oh, Clio Saloon.
Exit now.
Right. We need to make up some time sharpish. Yeah, I got stuck in Kent once in really bad traffic. And,
Get ready to turn
yeah, I
left.
was so close to home and work. So close. But I couldn't do anything about it because I couldn't just abandon my lorry. But I was sat in traffic for about 4 hours. Obviously, engine off, and I'll just put it on brake. And what I used to do when I was stuck in that kind of traffic, if it started moving again, when I started up, I'd just rev the engine a bit to try and wake the lorry drivers up around me, because sometimes you just have to sleep. Because, yeah, you don't know what's going to be happening. So, yeah, there might be someone in like the middle lane of the motorway fast asleep. So I just rev my engine and just kind of listen out to see whether other engines were starting. If not, I'd just bib a couple of times. Because I remember once. So this is a reason why I started doing it. Sat in traffic for ages and ages, and I could see the fella next to me in the lorry fast asleep in the driving seat, engine off. But yeah, traffic started moving, and I shouted mate out the window a couple of times, but I thought I've got to start going, and I started going, and I could just see everyone signalling around him. And yeah, that must have been so awkward when he woke up. Like, you imagine the panic. And you're always a little bit mad, aren't you, when you wake up? So he wouldn't have known what was going on. Should have pulled in there, but let's just keep going for a bit. So we've taken the time down a tiny little bit. And I really do want to do this delivery in this episode as well. So I think it's about 18 minutes that it'll take to get there, like in real life. This is quite nice, isn't it?
Get ready to turn right.
Okay. Right, so this is going down onto the motorway. It looks like it's going to be, doesn't it?
Turn right.
Okay. Oh, come on, Jolly. It's doing that sick thing again. Well, fourth position. I did bend the tab a little bit on my H shifter, and it has improved it drastically. But I don't want to bend it too much, because obviously I'll risk snapping it. And I can't solder. I need to teach myself. Well, I can a little bit, but not... Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to fix that. Right, so it's less than 6 o'clock now, so we'll get there before 6. So I know it's because I'm speeding, but yeah, our chances of making it there are slightly improved now. But we do need to sleep, obviously. So, do I pull in here? Yeah, I think I probably should. Okay, so we'll do a hard stop.
Recomputing.
Okay. Right. The determination. Okay, handbrake on, engine off. Go. Right. Well done, Sophie. And... come on. Right, so are we going to be late? No, look, perfect. We will make it. So, have I buggered something up there? I thought it was 11 hours you slept for. but obviously not. Yeah, that's good. I'll still drive fairly quick because obviously I want to get there before the end of the episode. Let's put the cruise control on for once. Yeah, I always had the cruise control on in the lorry. Even if I was in a 30, I'd have the cruise control on. And I'm the same in cars as well, so yeah, most of my cars I've had cruise control, and when I went to a car that didn't, my goodness, it was a pain in the bum. But none of them have had adaptive cruise control. That would be bliss. Jag. They did kind of ruin them. So I think that's the new XJ. No, I don't like it. I like the old one. They nailed that car. Yeah, timeless. Right, 188 miles. Yeah, and someone again asked me to do a compilation of all the parking. Like, where I'm crap at editing and give all my free time to YouTube, I just don't have time for that, unfortunately. And yeah, someone did offer to do it before, but because I'm not making any money on YouTube, I can't afford to pay anything, and the hours involved in doing that would be fantastic. Like, it really would be so much, so I had to decline. Because yeah, we've done at least 40 jobs at the very least, and I don't have any raw footage left either, so as soon as it's recorded, converted, uploaded, and I know that it's working, so I just watch the first few seconds of a video because I hate my voice. Yeah, so as soon as I know it's working, I just delete it, because otherwise, like, I'd have to have a massive server, whereas I've only actually got 2 hard disks on my PC. I know I could get like a bigger one or whatever, but yeah, I can work without it. So yeah, unless YouTube like takes off, I won't be doing any of that just yet. Primera. I think that might have been one of the first cars with a reverse camera built in. I think when I was gardening, one of my customers had one of them, and it was the most battered car you could imagine. She just didn't care. So her husband had a 4x4, and yeah, she had that, and yeah, neither of them were good drivers, to be honest, but yeah, their driveway could just about get both of them in. Just about. So I was working in the garden once, and yeah, she just crashed into the fence at the back of her drive, or whatever was there, just crashed into it, and I thought, oh god. And it put me in a predicament, because yeah, I thought, do I go over and yeah, like say, you alright? You know, like don't worry, it's no damage or whatever, or do I just pretend that it didn't happen? pretend that I didn't see it so she doesn't get embarrassed. Right, that's really handy. Cheers, everyone. Thanks. And, yeah, so I left it. And then a few weeks after, she did exactly the same thing. And, yeah, she got out that time and said, sorry if that made you jump, but it's so that we can fit both cars on. But, yeah, she just used to crash into it all the time. Oh, beyond words. And yeah, so I was doing quite a lot of work in their garden, and yeah, they needed quite a lot of supplies, and I always used to say to them, like, if you want, because I had a van, if you want, I'll pick the supplies up, if you can order them online or whatever. So B&Q in the UK, you used to be able to order online, and yeah, and then just go and pick it up with a, like, receipt thing. So I didn't used to mind doing that because obviously I was making money per hour or per job out of them. But yeah, they wanted loads of gravel, and I thought, because of the amount that they were getting, I thought it would be better for them to get a home delivery. So yeah, they ordered it all and she went and picked it up in that. So the people loading it, my goodness, like, they really should have said to her, you can't put this much gravel in a car because of the brakes and everything. But yeah, they just loaded it up to the brim. And when I saw it on the driveway, I genuinely thought the suspension had collapsed. And it wasn't just the back, because there was so much of it. There was stuff in the passenger footwell, on the passenger seat. My goodness, that must have driven like a dog. But yeah, when I unloaded it, obviously where the handbrake had been on, it still looked like a low rider. So I took the handbrake off and it just like raised up. But Jesus, I don't know how many ton were in there, but it looked like about 20.
Keep right, and then exit
Bugger.
right.
Sorry, mate, we're going to cut you up. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Exit right.
Going too fast, Jolly.
Get ready to turn.
Still going too fast. It's not a race. Right, here we go.
Turn left.
I don't know what stop means. Yeah, that's just reminded me. I'd be interested to know whether anyone who's done their test recently had to do the emergency stop on the driving test. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was excellent. And when I was doing my training, we had to do a few like emergency stop exercises. And in a lorry, it's yeah, it's good. And the lorry that I trained in, obviously you have to have a bit of a load in the back. So there was just some water tanks strapped down, and yeah, you could hear them like wanting to move. Yeah, because it has to be over a certain weight. Oh, what just happened there? I think I just broke my steering wheel, one of the buttons. Maybe not. Yeah, and it's good to know the power of your brakes as well.
Continue straight on.
Right, let's have some high beam.
Get ready.
So I have got the sun in my eyes.
Turn left.
So here come the excuses. Right, 2 hours away. Yeah, so going back to yeah, people enjoying the parking and saying I should do a compilation. One of the other things that I got asked to do, and I don't know whether it was a joke or what, but one of the other things that I was asked to do was cut out all of the driving in between. And like, I really don't have that much spare time to be able to, yeah, like do this. and yeah, just cut out all of that content, because to do a half an hour video, that would take about 3 days or something if I was cutting out all the driving, unless I just did one village back and forth, or one town back and forth to the same places. Okay, Slovakia. Oh, rumble strip. Just testing that it worked. Yeah, there was a headlight mod that I had before that made them a lot better as well. Trying to see what time we're at, but it's difficult. 21, okay, all good. Yeah, so there'll be a delivery in this one easily. My goodness, Jolly. Yeah, so this is the second one that I'm recording today. Okay. I won't try and pronounce it.
Continue straight on, and then keep left.
Yeah, and if I did, like, so I'm not
Left.
dyslexic, but like I was talking about in the last episode, them horrible bastards picking on that bloke for mispronouncing something. Yeah, if I tried to pronounce these places, I'd get absolutely slaughtered. But like when I watch other people play games and they mispronounce like places, like Birmingham for instance. So I come from the UK, I say Birmingham, but obviously Americans say it differently, and like, I don't know, Hertfordshire or whatever, we all pronounce things differently, and I'll just get ridiculed. But trust me, in the UK, it's Birmingham, that's how it's said. But I wouldn't take the piss out of someone who said it differently. Yeah, many nights in Birmingham. And their takeaways are incredible. So you go on Just Eat if you were feeling a bit fancy, or if you just had a bad day, because sometimes if you're having a bad day as a lorry driver, sometimes just having a nice meal really perks you up, because it makes it feel worth it. Because if you're eating something really miserable like a pot noodle or whatever, and you think, I've done all this effort and this is what I get like paid in, yeah, so it's a good little motivational boost. But yeah, you go on Just Eat up in Birmingham and geez, there's so many options. I was out in the middle of nowhere in Yorkshire once, or in that kind of area, and yeah, I went on my Just Eat application, and my goodness, what was all that? Terrible driving, that's what it was. And there was one place and it got really low reviews, but yeah, I just had to get something from there. my goodness, porridge. So I always used to have emergency food, and yeah, it was usually like pot noodles, porridge, some of the pasta and sauce things that come in a little sachet. But yeah, I remember one night I'd accidentally broke the lids off a few pot noodles, and yeah, they'd gone manky and tipped over in my little storage box, so I couldn't eat them, and I had to have porridge for dinner. And my goodness, like, prisoners don't even have porridge anymore.
Keep right, and then turn right.
God, I hate the GPS on here. Right, and then turn right. Okay. Right, a mile away. Yes, we know, we're on the way. Tell them to bloody wait. Let's try and do this. What have we got? Renault. Right. Right, launch control.
Keep left.
Oh good, we needed to be over here anyway. Perfect.
Turn left. Get ready to turn left.
Okay. Yeah, so hopefully we're not actually late.
Turn left.
Yeah, no, we'll be fine. Unless it takes me 2 hours to park up,
You have arrived at your
which would surprise me after the last few performances. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, it makes bug all difference, doesn't it? Fail. Okay. Right. And get rid of it. Good. I'm glad that we made it. So, do we get a late thing? No, we don't. Excellent. So, a good amount of money there. Let's have a quick look. So, we've got 68. Right, so what have they got? Massive chewing gum. 20-ton worth of pasta. Probably about how much I eat per month. Right, so I think we probably will take that one. It is heavy, but that'll be alright. Or let's have a look. Price per distance going down. Too far. Chocolate. Massive gummy bears. Yeah, we probably will take that. Okay, so let's click onto that. And let's do a few minutes extra driving, because we're loaded up now. So we might as well just get going, and we... How did I get in? There it is. Lovely. Just rubbish everywhere. I really, really detest it, as you've probably noticed.
Turn right.
Yeah, it used to kind of upset me almost. Like when you park up somewhere at night and then in the morning
Turn right.
you'd get out to stretch your legs or whatever, and yeah, it'd be daytime and you'd see all the rubbish there and you'd be thinking, like, all these people driving past probably think that's me. But then something else that used to annoy me was when you pulled up in a lay-by and there was some kind of bin, but it wasn't emptied. So it'd be full to the brim and a little bit overflowing. And you might have chosen to park there because there was a bin. That is really, yeah, annoying. And it's quite a degrading job as it is. So, yeah, not even being able to throw your rubbish away is quite a pain in the arse. And I got told off once for dumping some stuff in McDonald's as well. Because they have them massive bins. And I was parked up fairly near one. So I could see the McDonald's from my lorry. And, yeah, walked across and someone in a high-vis started shouting at me saying that's McDonald's rubbish only. And I said I've just eaten from here, I hadn't. And he said, well, you can put the McDonald's rubbish in, but not that. And I put it in the bin. And I said, like, do you want to call the police or... And he just looked at me like I'd had a bad day, a really bad day. He didn't call the police and he let that slide.
Keep left and then turn left.
Yeah, I think he was a bit of a job's worth.
Turn left.
Right. Okay. Nice. Nice. Right, so 32 minutes. So we'll go for a couple more minutes and then, yeah, we'll park up somewhere and get it over and done with. Now I've got lots more recording to do somehow today. It's going to be a little bit tight. Yeah, that's the thing. So I did, so in the last episode I recorded, I did yeah, get a little bit stressed with a game that just wouldn't work. But I never get stressed with YouTube. Like, I'd love to do this full time. But it's just, yeah, trying to get all the content out and everything and not lose subscribers. Some subscribers, rightly so, only want to watch one of the series that I'm doing. So I've got a lot from Mombazoo and Car for Sale Simulator, and that's absolutely fine. But, yeah, obviously I can't please everyone, can I? So I'm trying to do, like, 4 different games a day. It's a little bit difficult. Especially when they're completely different genres. Because I have to be semi-serious in this. But then, like, a little bit jokey in others. So it's difficult switching. My goodness, them skid marks. Right, so 34. Yeah, so we're almost at the point where we can upgrade the garage again. And then we can get 2 more trucks and 2 more drivers once we've got enough money. I could get a loan, so obviously now we're allowed quite big loans. But I don't really want to get a loan because it just makes the game a little bit too easy. Okay, doesn't look like there's going to be anywhere to stop, does it? Oh look, perfect. $700 meters. Yeah, that timing couldn't have been better. Okay. we go. So I might as well quickly get fuel as well. Unless the parking's before. No, unfortunately not. Or is it?
Rerouting.
Can I? No.
Finding. Recomputing.
Right, back in a moment. Okay, so where the forecourt's lights were so strong, I didn't realise that there was yeah, a pump here as well. So let's quickly fuel it up just because we're here. Might as well get it done. And then I'll go and park up over there. So if you wanted a more peaceful night in this situation, obviously you go over there. So that's what we'll do. Okay.
Finding a new route.
Yeah, so you're further away from the motorway, and they'd act as little sound barriers. So that'd be perfect. Right. So I'll be using that mirror there that isn't there in this truck, just to make sure that I'm right up the top. Yeah, so that everyone's got some more space. Close enough. Right, so we'll end it here. So thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate each and every view. And if you've liked this, please feel free to join me in the next one. So, cheers everyone, and bye for now.
Platform 17 for the 1832 South Central service to Brighton, fast to East Croydon, then Red Hill, Gatwick Airport, Three Bridges, Aldcombe, Haywards Heath,